Brutal moment. ESPN host Stephen A. Smith slams President Biden's decision to pardon son Hunter. ESPN host Stephen A. Smith has slammed Joe Biden for his decision to pardon his son Hunter Biden. Biden's bombshell U-turn decision will see Hunter get pardoned for any crimes he may or may not have committed from January 1, 2014 through December 1, 2024. It comes just weeks after the White House denied the president would make the drastic move, slammed by Republicans and Democrats alike. In the final months of his lame duck presidency, Smith, speaking on the latest episode of The Stephen A. Smith Show, was apoplectic as he reacted to Biden's decision. Respectfully to the President of the United States, specifically as it pertains to that statement, you're full of it. I'm going to look right here, over the national airwaves, and look the President of the United States in the face and say, you're full of it. The sports personality, who last month said Donald Trump's victory over Kamala Harris was a thorough kicking, said that while he had no problem with the pardon itself, it was Biden's reasoning that angered him so much. Biden said his son's prosecution was unrelenting and selective. President Joe Biden stands with his son Hunter Biden, who earlier in the day was found guilty on all 3 counts in his criminal gun charges trial after President Biden arrived at the Delaware Air National Guard Base in Newcastle, Delaware, U.S., June 11, 2024, he said in his statement on the matter. The charges in his cases came about only after several of my political opponents in Congress instigated them to attack me and oppose my election. Then, a carefully negotiated plea deal, agreed to by the Department of Justice, unraveled in the courtroom, with a number of my political opponents in Congress taking credit for bringing political pressure on the process. Had the plea deal held, it would have been a fair, reasonable resolution of Hunter's cases. Smith furiously said, I said weeks ago, you're damn right you should let him off. He's your son, and he's a recovering addict, and he's battled those demons for years. And the fact that you let your son off, I totally understand. Donald Trump would have let his son off. Anybody would have, or at least most people. I understand that. That's not the issue, sir. When you pardon your son, going back on your word, telling the American people there was no way you were going to pardon him, when everybody and your grandmama knew you were lying and didn't hold you accountable for it. And now you've confirmed what people believed you were probably going to be lying about, that very thing that you said you wouldn't do for your son. All you had to do was say, he's my son. I can't let him go to jail. What's the matter with y'all? The pardon will cover both the gun charges and Hunter's guilty plea. CNN reported that the judges overseeing his cases will most likely cancel the sentencing hearings he was due to attend on December 12th for the gun case and December 16th for the tax case. The broad pardon also absolves him of any crimes he may have committed between January 1, 2014 and December 1, 2024, which covers his entire tenure on the board of Ukrainian gas company Burisma, as well as much of his other overseas work, including in China. Hunter joined the board of Burisma in 2014 and was paid millions for his role in the company despite not having a background in the gas or energy industries. For months, the nation wondered if the president would pardon his son over his convictions on federal gun and tax fraud charges. Both Biden and his spokesperson Karine Jean-Pierre have repeatedly denied Hunter would be pardoned by his father. When asked in November, just over 24 hours after the presidential election was called in Trump's favor, whether Biden has any intention of pardoning his son, Jean-Pierre responded, "We've been asked that question multiple times. Our answer stands, which is no." In June, Biden repeated his vow not to pardon his son in his first public comments on Hunter since last week's conviction. Hunter could face up to 25 years in prison. He also said he was satisfied his son got a fair trial and reiterated his support for him. I'm extremely proud of my son Hunter. He has overcome an addiction. He's one of the brightest, most decent men I know. And I am satisfied that I'm not going to do anything. I said I would abide by the jury decision. I will do that. And I will not pardon him, Biden said on Thursday.